Documenting my life for the past 5 years, bits and bobs, ups and downs, big and small, I've realized why I love doing it so much. It's because there isn't a blueprint, no rules you have to follow, and you can make the most simple and mundane things in life look special, like you're a main character living in a movie. June 3rd, 2024. Do you remember what you did that day, how you were feeling, where you were? Well, guess what? Because I don't remember either. Actually, I do remember. I was working on an edit in a remote Airbnb in Japan and helped my friend James, who runs a car rental business, out with running some errands. It was a really simple day, and more often than not, I found that simple days are usually the best days, but it's also the days that most of us overlook and take for granted. I don't know about you, but I find absolute joy in the little things in life. I'm trying so hard not to say, "That's what she said." I find random interactions, seeing someone smile, beautiful sunsets, sparks of emotions, sharing candid moments, a talk with family and friends, the simple things that make my life ever so special. I started documenting with a camera because of a weird fear of forgetting life. We take photos and videos to remember things, to capture moments in time, but we end up not really remembering anything. The great paradox of digital photography and videography. It is so easily accessible that we don't really value them anymore. They lack purpose and intention. We take so much of them, yet so many photos and videos sit on our phone, and we slowly let life slip by without really looking at what we've documented. I guess I'm just trying my best to remember my life, and documenting it allowed me to remember experiences that I would maybe forget a few hours down the road. It also gave me the chance to express myself through this creative outlet to show you guys how I see the world around me. I think the coolest thing about documenting a life is that I get to revisit different chapters of my life and see how much I've experienced and grown throughout the years.
It's 9 p.m. and we're waiting for the discount. There he goes, there he goes.
Oftentimes than not these days, I feel like life can go by so fast without you realizing it. And the older that I get, the more this proves to be true. For the past 2 years, I've been thinking of a way to actually remember my life, and also to contain my rapidly expanding photo album. I found that the best way to do so is actually to delete your photos and videos. Let me explain. Sitting down and going through your photo albums, you'll be surprised to find how many of them are redundant. Still, those you decide to keep at the end will magically spark your brain into thinking about a certain date, a certain event, or something that you've experienced in life that you want to remember. I believe a lot of things in my life are worthy of remembering, and I think everyone's story is unique because you're the only one experiencing it and going through it all. But at the same time, I don't think I need 10 pictures and videos of the same thing in my album. I just need one. That special one that can remind me of everything. I don't want to just document my life. I want to remember them. And at the end, you're left with moments captured in time for you to relive forever. I don't think I'll ever have the chance to say this, but for the first time, I'll be launching my own series of prints. What I've been doing for the past 2 years is every time I go on a trip, I will come back, go through the photos, delete them, pick out the best one, and I'll go to my friend's place and he'll help me professionally print them out on heavyweight archival paper so I can make my own photo album. In this day and age where everything is digital, I think there's just something really special about tangible mediums. And I think physical photos, to me, are one of a kind. Flipping through a physical photo album is just a completely different vibe from scrolling through Google Drive or iCloud. Yes, it takes more time, more effort, and sometimes money, but that's what makes it purposeful and intentional. And to me, that makes the memories just a little bit more special. These are 4 of my favorite photos I've taken over the past 2 years. I know that they look a little bit reflective on camera, but because I put them in acid-free sleeves so that my greasy fingers won't ruin them. But these are 4 of my favorite photos over the past 2 years, and they hold some of my favorite memories during my travels in Japan. And I want to share them with you guys too. This collage is a sample print that I'm gonna keep for myself because I've been testing out different types of paper and I settled with 2 heavyweight archival paper because I want the photos to be able to last a lifetime. And maybe when I'm 85 and my eyes are too bad to use computers and phones anymore, then I can still flip through my photo album and be like, I remember I took these photos when I was a lad. Underestimated how heavy this whole book is because it's pretty damn thick. This photo reminds me of the first time that I met James, a car rental owner in Japan. He straight up gave me a red GR86 to drive in Japan, and the first thing that I did was I took it 600 kilometers back to my Japan Exchange University to surprise my friend Kevin, and then we went on a quick weekend trip to Hokkaido. On and off, I did almost 2,000 kilometers in this car in Japan, and it's just a crazy memory to have. And I snapped this photo right in the middle of autumn on campus. Not gonna lie, driving this car back to university for the first time, I actually felt that was pretty cool. This is one of the most anime photos that I've ever taken. This is me and my friend. We were train hopping in Tokyo, and then we decided randomly to stop at one station, and I randomly wanted to use my vintage lens, and then I snapped this photo right here. Completely unplanned, but still, it is one of my favorite photos till today, just because of how unplanned and spontaneous it was. This photo, however, is an accident, much like everything in my life. This was a very special moment in time. I only noticed I took this photo once I got back home and I was deleting my photos. That's why you have to delete your photos in order to remember them. But the minimalistic look and the black and white vibes is completely up my street. And of course, how can this be the first series without my favorite place in Japan, Hakone Shrine. This reminds me of my first ever road trip in Japan, and it opened a floodgate that can't be closed. This is also my first visit to Hakone Shrine. Safe to say that it was love at first sight. It was 5 a.m., no one was around, just us and the most beautiful view in Japan. Each one of these photos reminded me of how special each experience was, the people that I get to meet, the places that I get to go to, and of course, the most beautiful memories that I was able to create. I also want to give a huge shout out to my friend Max, who just casually have a professional printer lying around at home. Without him, none of these prints would be possible, and I really have to thank him for helping me professionally print each and single one of these photos. These 4 prints are available on my website for a limited time. Only 25 prints are available for each print, and to make them a little bit more special, they are hand numbered and personally signed by no other than yours truly, me. And each print comes with a small postcard that I made myself as well. Only for the first series. Once they're gone, they are gone forever. It'll be amazing if you guys can check them out. I've left the link in the description. I feel like I don't say this enough, but from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for the continuous support over the past 4 years. Without you guys, none of this would be possible. Definitely more adventures to come, and hopefully I can continue to share them with you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful day wherever you are, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Very soon. Love you guys. Bye.